standings updates, game result, and the game schedule for tomorrow. For the game result, in the first game, LA Clippers vs Milwaukee Bucks. The Denver Nuggets got their second straight win after defeating the Portland Trail Blazers, with a score of 128-112. Nikola Jokic was the top scorer for the Denver Nuggets and made a triple-double performance of 22 points, 14 rebounds and 14 assists, followed by Jamal Murray also scored 22 points, and Cameron Johnson added 19 points. Deni Avdija was the top scorer for the Portland Trail Blazers with a double-double performance of 23 points and 14 assists. The Sacramento Kings snapped their two-game losing streak after defeating the Brooklyn Nets, with a score of 126-122. Malik Monk was the top scorer for the Sacramento Kings with 32 points, followed by Maxime Reynaud made a double-double performance of 22 points and 10 rebounds, and Devin Carter added 16 points. Ben Serif was the top scorer for the Brooklyn Nets with 22 points. In the third game, the New York Knicks got their six-game winning streak after defeating the Washington Wizards, with a score of 145-113. Karl Anthony Towns was the top scorer for the New York Knicks with a double-double performance of 26 points and 16 rebounds, followed by Jalen Brunson scored 23 points, and Josh Hart added 16 points. Jaden Hardy was the top scorer for the Washington Wizards with 25 points. In the fourth game, the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Boston Celtics, with a score of 102-92. Bones Hyland was the top scorer for the Minnesota Timberwolves with 23 points, followed by Jaden McDaniels scored 19 points, and Ayo Dosunmu added 17 points. Jaylen Brown was the top scorer for the Boston Celtics with 29 points. In the last game, the Phoenix Suns snapped their five-game losing streak after defeating the Toronto Raptors, with a score of 120-98. Devin Booker was the top scorer for the Phoenix Suns with 25 points, followed by Jalen Green scored 20 points, and Colin Gillespie added 16 points. Scotty Barnes was the top scorer for the Toronto Raptors with 17 points. And here are the NBA regular season standings updates. For the Eastern Conference standings, the number one in the Eastern Conference standings is Detroit Pistons, with a record of 51 wins and 19 losses. The number 2 is Boston Celtics, with a record of 47 wins and 24 losses. The number 3 is New York Knicks, with a record of 47 wins and 25 losses. The number 4 is Cleveland Cavaliers, with a record of 44 wins and 27 losses. The number 5 is Toronto Raptors, with a record of 39 wins and 31 losses. The number 6 is Atlanta Hawks, with a record of 39 wins and 32 losses. The number 7 is Philadelphia 76ers, with a record of 39 wins and 32 losses. The number 8 is Orlando Magic, with a record of 38 wins and 32 losses. The number 9 is Miami Heat, with a record of 38 wins and 33 losses. The number 10 is Charlotte Hornets, with a record of 37 wins and 34 losses. The number 11 is Milwaukee Bucks, with a record of 29 wins and 41 losses. The number 12 is Chicago Bulls, with a record of 28 wins and 42 losses. The number 13 is Brooklyn Nets, with a record of 17 wins and 54 losses. The number 14 is Washington Wizards, with a record of 16 wins and 55 losses. The number 15 is Indiana Pacers, with a record of 15 wins and 56 losses. For the Western Conference standings updates, the number 1 in the Western Conference standings is Oklahoma City Thunder, with a record of 56 wins and 15 losses. The number 2 is San Antonio Spurs, with a record of 53 wins and 18 losses. The number 3 is Los Angeles Lakers, with a record of 46 wins and 25 losses. The number 4 is Houston Rockets, with a record of 43 wins and 27 losses. The number 5 is Denver Nuggets, with a record of 44 wins and 28 losses. The number 6 is Minnesota Timberwolves, with a record of 44 wins and 28 losses. The number 7 is Phoenix Suns, with a record of 40 wins and 32 losses. The number 8 is LA Clippers, with a record of 35 wins and 36 losses. The number 9 is Portland Trail Blazers, with a record of 35 wins and 37 losses. The number 10 is Golden State Warriors, with a record of 33 wins and 38 losses. The number 11 is New Orleans Pelicans, with a record of 25 wins and 47 losses. The number 12 is Memphis Grizzlies, with a record of 24 wins and 46 losses. The number 13 is Dallas Mavericks, with a record of 23 wins and 48 losses. The number 14 is Utah Jazz, with a record of 21 wins and 50 losses. The number 15 is Sacramento Kings, with a record of 19 wins and 53 losses. And here are the games scheduled for tomorrow, March 24, Tuesday morning. In the first game, at 7 a.m., Detroit Pistons vs. Los Angeles Lakers, Orlando Magic vs. Indiana Pacers, Philadelphia 76ers vs. Oklahoma City Thunder, and Miami Heat vs. San Antonio Spurs. At 7:30 a.m., Atlanta Hawks vs. Memphis Grizzlies. At 8 a.m., Chicago Bulls vs. Houston Rockets. At 9 a.m., Utah Jazz vs. Toronto Raptors. At 9:30 a.m., Dallas Mavericks vs. Golden State Warriors. At 10 a.m., Portland Trail Blazers vs. Brooklyn Nets. In the last game, at 10:30 a.m.